In this video, we're going to talk about a plan, how you design a plan so that you can be living your best life. So I'm super excited to show you all the steps that you need to do to design a plan to be living your best life. So here, let me tell you what a plan is. You've heard the word. I'm going to talk a little bit about high-level industry. In the financial services world, everyone talks about a plan, and it's some software. It's all about money. But let me get real with you. A plan is so much more than the money. It's so personal, and everyone's plan is unique to them. Great, you won the lotto. Here's a plan. You have plenty of money. But does that mean you're living a good life? Does that mean you're happy? No, let's get real. A plan is so much more than just the numbers on a page. So here's what I'm talking about when we plan. In the last video, we talked about clarity on your values, what's important to you and what makes you happy and kind of like what makes your cup full and what makes you just, again, go to sleep all warm and fuzzy knowing that life is good. So now, how do we design your life around those things? Yes, you heard me. We're designing your life around the things that are most important to you. I know it's not rocket science. It's your life, a plan for you. So it's not about things. It's not about money. It's not about any of that. Money might be a tool to get you there, but it's not the plan. That's not what. So we're going to get serious. Listen, if what's important to you is being able to work 4 days a week and you live in a modest-sized house, you're able to pay your bills and that's what makes you happy, great, let's make it part of your plan. Or if your plan is the only thing that's going to make you happy is a 10,000 square foot house and a Porsche in the driveway, great, that's your plan. How do we use the tool of money to get you there? But more importantly, what's your plan? A plan is unique to you. And let me tell you something. The plan is actually the easy part. And some of you may even have a plan, which is great. I want you to have a plan. The hard part, which we'll get to at some point, is action. That's the harder part, to put that wheels in action and get going. And the other thing this plan helps with is detours. Yes, there will be detours along the way, or road bumps, as I like to say it, on your journey to living a best life. But don't worry. The plan helps you get right back on track. Let me tell you a little story. I had a plan. I'm very much type A planner, had a plan my whole entire life. And when I graduated from college, I absolutely 100% had a plan. It was not as clear of a plan as it once became once I got trained and understood what real planning was. But I had a plan. It didn't go quite as I imagined, as some of you know. Medical issue, baby, divorce, financial issues, not going as planned, road bumps. But the plan helped me get back on track. I still had a vision for my life. So here's what I want you to do. A good exercise from the planning portion is take out a piece of paper, write your story. Yes, you heard me, write your story. And you may think this is goofy, but I'm telling you to do it. Mine is still hanging in my room and I look at it every day. What is that story? The story says what time I wake up every day. The story says where I live in relation to my job. The story talks about how I am, what time I get home from work, and do I cook dinner, and do I have hired help to help me with something so that I can spend quality time with my son. It's such a vision. Write your fairy tale, whatever it may be. Write it down the exact way you want it. I want to be spending time with my son on the weekends. I want to be at sporting events. I want to be participating in all those things. It's all in the plan. I want a significant other in my life, a partner to enjoy, a husband to enjoy and be married at some point again. Great, it's in the plan and how my vacations and how I'm doing it. It's so detailed. That's the exercise I want you to do right now. Remember, I haven't even started talking about money yet. I haven't brought up money at all. This is all about story. This is personal. This is down and dirty, what you want. And guess what? Your advisor's always talking about money. Why? Because that's how they get paid. And that's what's important to them. But what might be important to you is making sure that you can visit your parents that live on the West Coast or East Coast and make sure you have enough money for that plane ticket. and make sure that's part of your life. How do you have enough vacation time at work so that you can do those things? One of the things that you might vision is traveling around the world and seeing the world. Okay, a big house may not be important to you. Great. We have to understand what's important to you. What do you value? It's not about the money. Again, the money is important and it's a tool, but that is second. And I'd say last and least important. We got to have a plan. We got to have a vision. We got to know how you see your life. Yes, you heard me. How you see your life, not how I see your life, or not how your neighbors or your friends or your family sees your life, but how you see your life. How do you want to live? When you wake up in the morning, what do you want to look at when you wake up in the morning? And when you go to work, where is it that you're going to work? Write it all down. Get specific. And when I tell you my plan is specific, it's so specific. I wake up at 5 a.m. I work out. I make breakfast. I take a shower. And who am I spending my time with? I want to drive my son to school every morning and not have to take the bus because I feel like that's quality time with him. I've written every single detail out. I want you to do the same. It's important. That's how we know we're being fulfilled and we're living our best life. Because guess what? There's going to be road bumps along the way. There's going to be things that are going to happen. And when you can go back and reflect and be like, oh my gosh, you know what? I do drive my son to school every day. I do get to do all these things. You start to be grateful and say, my plan is working. Great. There's some road bumps. It's not all perfect, but for the most part, my plan is working just the way it should. And I have all these components that are making me live my best life, and I'm happy. And that's what's important. So as you can see, there's all sorts of ways that you can think about a plan. There's not a one size fits all and that something's perfect. A plan is really personal. So again, if your advisor is only talking to you about the money, they're missing a huge component and it might not be the relationship for you. There's got to be a component that's super personal in there. It's not all about the money, and you'll see a plan comes in many different shapes, sizes, and visions. So tell me how else I can help you start to put your plan together. What does it look like? What do you want? Leave a comment, DM me. I'd love to hear from you how I can help you more design your plan so you can start living your best life.